zu einer weiteren Call of Cthulhu Bulu Bulu Schwili Pihala Bum Bum. Ja, ich nehme den Namen nicht ernst. Mit Absicht auch. Dafür werde ich auch zerquetscht verdienen. Ah, okay. Ja, ich habe selber geguckt, anscheinend ist die Lautstärke ganz in Ordnung vom Spiel. Habe ich wie wohl gehört. Oh, letzte Folge sind wir in Fischerstadt. Oder eigentlich schon.
Nothing of interest.
Oh, schade. Oh. No?
The door's bolted shut.
Fucking Schlüssel oder was? Ah! Was? Der Türschlüssel für die Frist-Natur-Lebensmittelart. Ich kann nicht.
The door's bolted shut.
Verdammt. Scheiße, genau. Falschen Schlüssel. Oh nee. Oh. Moment mal. Stimmt ja was nicht. Ich dürfe nicht.
It won't budge.
Was nicht? Geht's auf der weiter, wo die Schmecke war? Ich höre kaum, was weit dieser Wind so. Was jetzt?
It's unlocked.
Verschlossen. Ah, ja. Richtige Tür auf jeden. Yes! Objekte, die man bewegen kann, haben Schleifspuren auf den Boden hinterlassen. Sie können ein Objekt auch nicht bewegen, wenn die Tür an der es vorgeschobene offene Objekte bewegen zu, wenn sie richtiger Schleifspur und weitere Objekte. Okay. Ich hoffe. So, jetzt kann die Fischfressung mir nicht auf den Zeiger gehen. Ich bin safe. Ja gut, weniger. Genau. Dann wird sich das von der Seite das Fischkopf kommt. Also, du kannst es noch bewegen. Ja dann, ich wollte sagen, Freunde. Ja, ich wollte sagen, Leute, wenn man im Spiel Hauptmenü noch nicht reingeht, hört man direkt Die und wir wissen ja alles, was bedeutet stirb oder tot in dem Fall.
Assorted paperwork, but nothing of any real interest. Assorted paperwork, but nothing of any real interest. Assorted paperwork, but nothing of any real interest.
Die man üblich vom Spielen kennt, sind ein wenig auseinandergenommen. Achte auf Medikits, mit denen du Verletzungen behandeln kannst. Behandlung führst du über das Inverfähig oder Schnellheilung. Ja. Schnellheilung ist übrigens bei mir auf H, falls jemand fragt. War schon immer so. War schon vorher eingestellt. Ja. Ein bisschen Geld.
The till's empty.
Fuck. Selbst die Fische. Das ist Munition. Ja, das ist Munition.
Nothing of interest. It won't open. It looks like I need some sort of lifting handle to get it open.
Okay. Gut. Also, das kennen wir doch von der anderen Seite, war das?
The glass has been broken, and there's scratch marks on the wood. Strange.
Das ist also was hingeht für uns. Yeah. Geht die Tür auf? Wir müssen uns bewaffnen.
It won't budge.
Wissen Sie?
It won't budge.
Ich habe ja was anderes geguckt, Kollege Schnursch und Nackief. Aber es ist doch über Schrotflinten unter solche Leben. Haben die überhaupt gedacht, also auch als Kübeln so Mist. Oder jagt die mit Harpunen und so Mist. Ja, ich hab keine Knarre. Schräg.
There's a bottle of bootleg rum and a wooden handle.
Okay.
The drawer is empty.
Dort.
Stock reminders and general notices. Nothing of interest.
Tja. Was ist damit?
A typewriter. Invoices and receipts. Nothing of interest.
Tja, ich hätte nicht wieder Meinung.
Can't see anything of use.
Dieses Geräusch, ey. Also. Ich bin auch nicht lieber. Was wartest du noch? Geworfen. Denk schon.
Whoever's down there, you can rock.
Was? Arschloch. Ich will keine Knarre. Ein Fischgesicht und die Gesichter zu schießen. Was sagt meine Gesundheit? Aktion. Du bist einfach schwarz gebrannt. Wer sagt auch nicht? Oh. Oh. gut. Aber auch nicht.
Assorted foodstuffs. Nothing useful.
Jetzt haben wir noch genügend Nahrungs. So. Ja.
It looks like a diary. It's gotta have some clues.
Ah, das sieht man, was wir durchgelesen haben. Fehlender Eintrag, eine örtliche Störung. Okay, dann könnte es. Ach, kein Scheiß drauf, weil ich schon angehört habe, ich kurz noch. Was? Panokozia? Was? Diese Manuskript sieht mittelalterlich aus. Soll aber Anblick einer altgerichtlichen Übersetzung eines wesentlich älteren Dokuments sein. Es stammt aus einer Zeit, bevor es die ersten Menschen gab. Die Seitenflecken sind verblasst und an einigen Stellen verbrannt, was das Lesen erheblich erschwert. Diese leserliche Abschnitte berichtet über die Geschichte eines unvollstellbaren, weit zurückgelegenen Vergangenheit. Gut. Alter, wie klein sind die Bosse kommen? Sie spricht von Rassen, die von Fremdartigen sind, dass jederzeit der menschliche Vorstellungskraft sind und von Kriegen, die über unglaubliche Zeiträume und Entfernungen hinweg ausforscht werden. Es ist von Kostümer die Reden, die dermaßen fremdartigen sind. Das sind völlig verrückte Erscheinungen. Zeitreise, fliegende Pompeii, mentale Objekte, die großen Rassen von Lied. Schon vom Lesen wird einen schwindlig. Du bist Bescheid, weil ich werde es noch durch. Oder nach wirklich nur eine ganze Lesefolge. Ne? Tja. Müssen.
Nothing of interest.
Willst du mich verarschen? Da ist der Kackweg, du. Ernsthaft? Das sieht wie offensichtlich aus. Ach, what the? Oh, Gefreto! Was denn du? Ich hab dich immer gesucht. Und die Family ist hier. Also ein paar Verwandte. Okay, das heißt, wir haben die Vermissten gefunden. Einige.
The cellar's filled with human remains. These people must have died a long time ago. There must have been a fire down here. The cellar's filled with human remains.
Ah, der. Ich kenne den. Und da haben wir vorhin gespielt. Achtung, sie auf herumliegende Munition wird immer in das nächste Kapitel mitgenommen. Doch die Menge für jede Waffe, die sie tragen können, ist begrenzt. Das Im Fach zeigt die gesamte Munition, die sie mit sich tragen, inklusive der Waffe. Okay, eine Pistole. Jetzt brauche ich nur eine Waffe. Ja, tatsächlich. Was für eine Waffenmarke? Steht da noch? Ah, tatsächlich. Pistolenmagazin 45er Kaliber. Die Waffe hat... Gut. Wo ist meine Knarre? Wo ist meine scheiß Knarre? Also ich mit Munition verprügeln jemanden. Nee, fix. Kein Kommentar.
General notices. They're all dated 1846.
Zu einigen Sachen sagt wird aber nicht sein.
The old printing press appears to have been sabotaged.
Eigene Türen auf die Treffen sind von der Seite verriegelt. Benutzen Sie den Riegel, um die Tür zu öffnen oder zu verschließen. Türriegel können zum Nutzen, wenn ein Gegner entkommen will. Sehr schön.
It won't open. The door's bolted shut.
Ich will noch mal über die Tür. Nee. Scheiß drauf, ich guck nicht mehr diesen Raum, weil es weit mein Nerv das laut. Oh, so einfach. Alter, das wäre so scheiße, wie da drin die Knarre liegt. Jetzt. Ich muss.
Jack?
Do I know you?
Lucas Mackey. Sorry to startle you. Innsmouth doesn't get a lot of visitors. New names spread fast. What are you doing in town, Jack? Hear about the missing Burnham boy?
Not bad. I'm a private detective. My client's a friend of the Burnhams.
Seen the latest press from Arkham? Your boy's been quite busy.
What about you, Mackie? You're obviously not a local. What's your business in town?
True enough, Jack. Nothing too exciting, I'm sorry to say. I'm a government factory inspector. They posted me in this rotten hole to check over the old Marsh refinery. Speaking of which, I've got an appointment with the manager, Jacob Marsh.
Okay. Maybe I'll catch you later. That's the first friendly face I've seen in this damn town. But I've been in this business long enough to know he's hiding something.
Weil kein Fischmensch ist. Und noch Riske. Ich versuch's noch ein letztes Mal. Aber diesmal wollte ich den Scheiß dabei hinterlaufen. Nee.
Holy shit!
Na, endlich. Alter. Gott sei Dank hat das nicht so lange gedauert. So. Die sieht wichtig aus.
Nothing of interest.
Oder auch nicht.
Nothing of interest here.
Quasi umsonst habe ich den Scheiße gemacht, oder was? Normale.
Ah, from the stench in here, this noose broad must have kicked it a few months back.
Kann ich rumfahren. Gut, dann verschwinden wir jetzt aus, wenn keine Munition. Aber keine Knarre. Oh, Mann. Oh, so ein Stück sind euch schön. bei der Wache.
It won't budge.
Jetzt die ganze Mist wieder zurück. Was ist jetzt los?
You'd better keep your trap shut.
I won't tell him anything.
Wer will nichts sagen?
I'm looking for Brian Bur-
Ken Riley says I know him.
Habt ihr das gesehen, Leute? Der hat Kiemen. Fischmenschen. Etwa warst du das nicht? Durfte schon das Ganze.
Do you know the Burnham lad? He worked...
Please, stop bothering me, stranger.
Where is everybody? It's very quiet.
It's getting late, outsider. Folks that know what's good for them are safely bolted in their homes by now.
I'm looking for Brian Burnham.
You're in the wrong place, asking the wrong questions, outsider.
Something's coming. Ain't seen fog like this since.
Ich hätte mir gesagt, der muss Gewitter zu mir der Fischbacke.
Do you know the Burnham lad? He worked in the First National.
Can't say as I noticed what you're saying, stranger.
This town's deserted. Where is everybody?
I reckon you might have scared him off with that ugly face of yours.
Sagt genau der Richtige.
Where is everybody? It's very quiet.
If you don't like it, just turn around and leave.
I'm looking for Brian Burnham.
I never heard of no Burnham.
Do you know the Burnham lad? He worked in the First National.
Stop your bothering with questions.
Do you know the Burnham lad? He worked
I
in the...
can't be seen talking to you.
Ich spreche auch so durch.
This town's deserted. Where is everybody?
It's getting late, outsider. Folks that know what's good for them are safely bolted in their homes by now.
It won't open.
Ich hab schon einen Fisch geworfen, bitte.
I'm looking for a young lad called Brian Burnham. He worked in the First National. I'm a friend of the family.
I ain't heard of no Burnham lad.
Right.
Ach, da kommen ja auch schon wieder bei was. So müssen wir uns machen. Es wird einiges zu scheiden geben,
It won't open.
da wir diese Leiche kompletiert hat.
It won't budge.
Vor allem mit Schloss sagt.
He's not going to be any help, and only a crazy fool would spend the night.
Dann. Interessant.
He's not going to be any help, and only a crazy fool would spend the night.
Das sollten wir uns merken, ein Schlüssel könnte wichtig sein. Sollen wir dann überachten?
It won't open. It won't budge.
Oder vielleicht übernachtet beim Verrückten. Das war nicht so schlimm, weißt du, ist das echt.
It's locked.
Und hier.
It won't open.
Und das letzte.
It won't budge.
Das ist einfach. Das wird springen müssen. Gut. Dann werde ich bei der Fischversuche.
He's not going to be any help, and only a crazy fool would spend the night.
Wo dann?
The sign says, Innsmouth Poorhouse, in memory of Lady Warrens.
Talking to the outsider, you'll get thrown in jail.
I've told him nothing.
Where is everybody? It's very quiet.
Stop pestering me, stranger.
Was war das mal ein Fisch? Also bist du fett und hässlich immer noch.
What happened here, Constable?
Nothing.
Oh, swell. You can let me pass then?
No. You'll have to go another way.
Constable Ropes,
What you after now?
you ever meet Brian Burnham?
I couldn't rightly say as I remember.
The burglarizing of the First National is big news in the Arkham press. The Burnham lad must be one of your prime suspects. Any luck tracing his whereabouts?
No. That'd be a matter for the Order.
The Order? Isn't this a matter for the police?
Yup. That too.
Who is the Order?
Them's that look after affairs there in Innsmouth. And you'd mind your business not to be asking too many questions.
Seems like the Burnham lad had some doll along for company on this little caper.
All sorts of nonsense and hearsay be gossiped about such affairs.
But there was another robbery at Waite's variety store. That much is true?
That's for certain.
How did they break in?
Just down them there steps. Old Tom Waits had locked up for the night.
Right. Thanks. Do you know where I could find Mr. Waits in the evening?
It's getting late. Folks who know what's good for 'em are generally bolted in their homes by now.
Where's Waits' house?
Look, stranger. Get lost and stop your bothering me with questions.
He's nothing more than a thug, and I don't feel like pushing my luck.
Dann gehe ich halt da runter. Also geht es.
It's locked. It must lead to the back of the variety store.
Was habe ich durch? Hier sehe ich was zu trinken geben. Du guckst mich so.
I'm looking for Brian Burnham.
Can't help you.
What the fuck? Was ist das für eine Stimme?
Do you know the Burnham lad? He worked in the First National.
Can't rightly say as I know him.
Kann ich vielleicht für so ein Stich mit Alkohol? Muss ich nicht auswählen.
It won't budge.
Kann ich noch tiefer in die Stadt oder kann ich auf die Schnauze? Das ist so ein bestimmter Punkt. Stimmt, aber nicht kurz so. Zwinker.
It won't open.
Nicht.
It won't open. It won't budge.
Tatsächlich getan. Ich glaube, weißt du, vielleicht ich muss aber so gefühlt. Was ist das für ein großer hässlicher Fischgesicht?
Evening.
Eine abnormale Frau will jetzt sein.
The name's Jack Walters. It's a pleasure to meet you, Miss...
Miss will do for now. Welcome to Innsmouth, Mr. Walters.
Thanks, I think.
Take my advice. Do what you must and then leave. Tonight. This port does not cater well to visitors.
While I appreciate your concern, miss, I can handle lousy hospitality.
Very well, Mr. Walters.
Hello again.
Mr. Walters.
Look, miss, I only want a conversation. There's no harm in that, right?
There's plenty of harm. It's not wise to be seen gossiping with outsiders.
How about playing dumb for a few minutes?
No.
Die kann man... Freunde, die war bestimmt auch eine von denen.
She's too frightened to talk to me, but this lady knows something. Can you at least tell me if you knew the Burnham lad? He worked in the First National.
Look here, Mr. Walters. I can't answer your questions, and your harassment is putting us both in danger. Please, leave me alone.
In danger? From whom?
The Order. Now go.
She isn't going to tell me anything useful right now. She isn't going to tell me anything useful right now. It won't open. It won't budge.
Die vor mir. Ey, Moment, deine Typ, kennt mich doch.
Hello, Mackie.
Jack, swell to see you again. Any leads on the Burnham case?
Nope. Did you know the lad at all?
Just pleasantries. Seemed a nice enough fella, if a little rough around the edges. Strange business, though. I'd never have fingered him as a crook. The First National was a well-run store, a rare thing here in Innsmouth.
Okay, Mackie. Thanks.
Goodbye, Jack. Be careful what you're doing. Very careful. Innsmouth's a dangerous place. Not everyone who visits here ends up leaving by the old bus route.
This Mackie character knows plenty, but I don't think grilling him for scraps of information is going to crack this case.
Leute, achtet mal auf seine Augen beim Video. Spult werde ich zu... Ja, da sieht er jetzt gesehen. Ich überwacht auf kleine Details. Nice.
What do you know about the break-in at the variety store?
Only what was in the press. You should speak to Thomas Waite. He owns the joint.
Where's his place?
I think the Waite's house is over on Dock Street, near the back of the poorhouse.
Thanks.
Though I warn you, Innsmouth's driven old Waite's a bit crazy. He doesn't talk a lot of sense.
That's my sort of fella. He sounds just perfect. What's this Jacob Marsh like?
He didn't show up for our appointment. But then again, the Marshes never do.
Seems like we're both having some lousy luck.
I've only met Jacob the once. He's not the prettiest picture, and a real slimy character.
Mackie,
Hello, Jack.
what's the government's interest in the Marsh refinery, anyway?
It's just domestic affairs. You ask a lot of questions, Jack.
I'm a detective. What the hell do you expect?
What you're after comes under official secrets, if you know what I mean. But I can tell you that our government has become increasingly suspicious of Innsmouth and the Marsh family.
I've heard of the Marshes. Rumors of that family are rife, even on the streets of Arkham. None of what's said is pleasant.
That I can believe. The Marshes have been ruling this port for nearly a century, ever since that plague swept these streets in the 40s.
A plague? Is that why the place is so deserted?
Masses died, so that would figure. There's gossip that old Captain Obed Marsh brought the disease onto this port from foreign trade. Deliberately.
Oh my god. Is that why so many of the townsfolk are suffering from that hideous affliction?
Perhaps. Those from out of town call it the Innsmouth look.
Where did you say Waite's house was again?
I think it's over on Dock Street, near the back of the poorhouse.
Storage depot. It's shut. Do you know the Burnham lad? He worked...
Please, stop bothering me, stranger.
She isn't going to tell me anything useful right now. budge. The store is closed.
Stückchen gemerkt. Das wird neu gemietet. Betrunkenen gibt es nicht.
It's just an advertisement for the local Methodist church. It won't open. It won't open.
My boys, these are the joys of the noble and the brave, who love a life in the tempest strife, in the home of the mountain wave. When the driving rain of the hurricane is the light of the lighthouse out, and the growling thunder sounds his gong, and the whirlwinds battle out. Ha ha! Do you think that's the valiant strength? No, no, we were bold and brave. Huh? Who's that there? Oh, can you spare a few pennies, young mister? I can give you something for your generosity.
Who are you?
Zadok, that be my name, though too few years it now. Zadok Allen.
Do you know a Brian Burnham?
Just a young'un. Worked over the store. He's gone. Killed, I reckon.
Killed? What makes you think that?
Them's from out of town running a store. Taking business from the Order of Dagon. They'd not accept that.
What else can you tell me about this port?
You just bring old Zadok a bottle of something nice, and old Zadok will fill your ears. Why, you're uncommonly kind, young feller. Here'll be a little something in gratitude that may help you in your search.
Dankeschön, Betrunkener. Penner oder was auch immer du gegeben hast. Mir hat mir ein Stück Kacke gegeben. Hier hast du meine Kacke.
Now you be calling me crazy. Like them that's there rumoring in Ankrum and Lipswich. But old Zadok's seen all manner of wicked things since before you was born. Old Captain Obed where it all began. Telling desperate folks they'd orter get better gods. Them's that would answer their prayers.
Didn't the Christian folk of Innsmouth object to such blasphemy?
Aye, they did. It were around 46 that many folks in town were done with Obed and his ways. And all that wild preaching and too many missing, you see. A party of good folk followed Captain Obed's crowd out to the reef. Shots were fired. Next day, Obed and 30 of his followers were in jail. And for weeks all were quiet. Till that artful night of 46. Them's out outside reckoned out it being a riot. But I'd seen them. Swarms of them.
Look, old man. I don't have time to listen to these fishing tales.
Was a massacre. The jail thrown open. Mounds of the dead and the dying. Shooting and screaming and shouting all across the town square. Come morning, the mess was cleaned up. Old Obed and his family takes charge, they did. Folks were told to keep shy of strangers if we were knowing what was good to us.
Zadok, who did all this? Who did all?
Said the old captain was now deeper in debt to his heathen gods. They were hankering for more than just sacrificing. Obed told folks they had to take the oaths of Dagon.
What the hell are these oaths?
You just asked old Wes about oaths of Dagon. Aye, he take the third oath. Just head over to his hole in the Dull Street. Then you'll see. For definite.
He's given me a key to the town poorhouse. It could come in handy. Where did Captain Obed Marsh learn of these heathen matters?
In war and foreign parts, the old fool I learned the ways of making gains, doing heathen things. He found a tribe of Kanakis in the South Seas led by a savage. Chief went by a name of Wallachia. And his tribe never went without food, for they had all the fish they could catch. Old Obed learned from his Wallachia that these things on this earth as most folks never heard about. Seems these Kanakis was worshipping undersea gods, with heaps of human sacrifices and other heathen things. But they was getting all kinds of favors in return. Plenty of fishing and even gold now and then.
Human sacrifices? Maybe you've had just a bit too much.
I don't blame you for not believing it, young fella. But just answer me this. Why did Captain Obed roll out to the reef of Satan and chant a lot of rites and incantations in the dead of night? So loud you could hear 'em all over apart. He caught something in the water that eve, out the other side of Devil's Reef. Some kind of thingamajig crafted out of lead. It was given to him by Wallachia.
So, what happened?
Well, not long after the smoke started coming out of the chimneys at the old gold refinery, the Marsh family and those that had joined with Obed in his ways started prospering in the esoteric order of Dagon. Came into being with his heathen sermon. That shit they do.
What kinds of ceremonies?
Yeah. Get out of here, lad. Don't wait for nothing. They'll know now.
I think he's had his fill for the night. Zadok!
Curse you, lad, for staring at me with them eyes. The old Captain Manel, and he's staying there. He can get me. He can't. No, he can't get me. I had nothing done. I ain't done nothing or told nobody nothing.
Are you okay, old-timer?
Huh? Yeah, leave me be.
It's no use. He's totally smoked, and it'll take him all night to sleep that off.
Gut, jetzt haben wir eines.
I don't suppose he'll be awake anytime soon. It won't budge.
Jetzt haben wir nichts erfahren vom Sack hier. Massaker.
It won't open.
Das klingt nach Cthulhu Bimbo. Das ist so weiter, ja. Keine Ahnung. Die schon wieder?
Mr. Walters, I must speak with you.
Okay.
It's Jack. And just hold on there a minute, sweetheart. Are you gonna even tell me your name?
My name's Rebecca Lawrence, and unless you want to join Innsmouth's long list of missing, I'd urge you to follow me.
Missing, huh? Like Burnham?
Of that, I'm not sure. You'd be better off asking the Billingham's daughter, Ruth. She was dating Brian.
What? Who's Ruth?
Quickly, we don't have much time. You've got to follow me.
Hier ist eigentlich ganz spannend.
Jack, Innsmouth is a strange place. There are things that have no business being here. Foul, reeking things.
Strange. Trust me, I'm good with strange.
That remains to be seen, but I can help you. My father discovered this strange sign while studying an old manuscript. It seems to ward off the more unusual elements in Innsmouth. Whenever you find one, you can use it to find a moment of sanctuary. Now, I must leave before we're seen together.
I've seen that eye-like symbol somewhere before, but never surrounded by a star.
Genau, das wollte ich sagen. Wir speichern erstmal. Bis zum nächsten Mal. Seid kein Fischmensch oder Cthulhu. Und bis dahin. Ciao.